Hello traders, my name is Jamie and today I'm going to be going through a quick top-down analysis on a trade I took this morning, Wednesday the 10th of March on pound dollar, that won a very decent 8.9% gain for my account with a 7 pip stop loss, a 62.3 pip take profit, and I was in this trade for only 2 hours and 5 minutes as you can see there. I'll try not to make this video too long and just go over the key points with you. So if you find this video valuable, please pop it a like, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start on the daily chart. Not much to say here apart from that we've been in a very bullish trend for quite a while now. Come up and made a fresh high up here, and then we've had a pretty decent pullback, but it looks like we're starting to find supply around this area here. Bringing it down onto the 4-hour chart. As you can see, that's that high we made, and we had a pretty substantial pullback. And then we started ranging around this area here, bottoming out at 1.38. And then we've had a nice push up and some rejections of the top of this range. I will bring it up to when it was just before I took the trade. Brilliant. So yeah, as you can see, we've come down, respected the top of this range, and then we are showing bullish momentum up from the top of that range. So bringing it down onto the 1-hour chart. Brilliant. So as you can see, came down to test it, and then we're sort of pulling back here. On the 1-hour chart, you can see that we do have an institutional order block, which is the last down candle before a strong move upwards when we're in an uptrend. And normally what we like to see is that price comes back down to fill in these areas before continuing to move up. So as you can see, we did have a push up and then we had a pretty fast pullback, but we're looking to find strength around this area and move to the upside. So then coming down onto the 30-minute chart, which was what I looked at next. As you can see, we also have an area of imbalance around the top of this institutional candle range that we were also looking to be filled. That's all the analysis I sort of did on the 30 minutes, so I'll bring it down to the 15-minute now. Brilliant. So this was just before I entered the trade. Now, we could have refined this order block down to sort of this level on the 15-minute chart, but I'm currently playing around with what time frame is the best at defining these institutional order block areas that provides you with the best entry without necessarily missing the move. We can also refine this imbalance area. Doesn't particularly matter. Obviously they're in different places on the different time frames, but the main point of interest entry area that we have is very much the same. So I will then bring it down onto the 5-minute chart. So as we were approaching this area, I was going down onto the much lower time frames just to sort of get a feeling for where my entry might be. So brilliant. So this is what I saw. We get this very, very, very strong push down, and we get a wick rejection of the imbalance and some of this institutional order block area that I mentioned. So at this point, I was on the 1-minute chart looking to take my entry. So as you can see, we had this very bearish move, and then we had a nice indecision candle right at the bottom, right in the area that I'd identified, and we are starting to see a bit of bullish momentum. So I was expecting a nice spike up of price from here, so I set my entry order just around here, but the price that it got filled at on my broker was, let me just check, 1.38631. Brilliant. So I got filled around there, but my order was set sort of around here, just waiting to get hopefully triggered into the order with some momentum, which as you can see came in the next candle. We had a really, really nice strong bullish candle up from this area. Now in terms of my stop loss, I was using the ATR, which is a really great tool. It averages out the average pip movement of the last 14 candles. So around here it was around 3.6 pips. I made it an even 7 because that lined up nicely with my risk management and having an even lot size, which is just something that I like. Could have had it a bit lower just to be safe, but I was pretty confident, especially with this really nice strong bullish move that we had up, that it wasn't going to come down and stop us out. Now, I am a day trader. I like to be in and out of the market as quickly as possible. So I set my take profit target at, not those highs, these highs here, for a 62.3 pip stop. Stop, take profit even. Now, this could be sort of our final, this could be the last pullback before we continue to make higher highs. And this could have been a position that I could have had a larger stop on and could have held for several days. But like I said, I am a day trader and I like to be in and out of the market quickly and take what the market is willing to give me. So as you can see, this gave us a nice risk to reward ratio of 1 to 8.9. So as we start to let the trade play out, we do get really nice bullish momentum up from the entry. Do have a retracement, but it didn't come down into our stop level. Literally had no drawdown on this trade at all. Now, let me just quickly talk about what happened here. So around this time, which was around 1:30 in the afternoon UK time, was the consumer price index announcements in the US. They came in. At this point, I had actually moved my stop to break even just because I wasn't sure what sort of effect these would have on price. As you can see, it had a very bearish effect on the US dollar. Consequently, we got this really nice spike up, which added a lot of momentum to the trade, and I was very, very pleased to see that. So luck was on my side with the news there. So this sort of continued really. We didn't have like a major pullback from this news spike whilst we were in the trade, and it went up nicely and hit our take profit, which I was extremely pleased with. Now, after the trade, after our take profit hit, you will see that price did continue up a little bit. So could have capitalized a little bit more, but only a tiny bit, and I was pleased just to get out of the trade and secure my 8.9% for the day, which is really amazing. Carrying on for the rest of the day and up until this point, which is 6:20 in the evening. As you can see, we had a really, really large pullback that took us back to just sort of around where the news spike happened, and since then we have started to move back up again. Like I said, this could carry on going up, and if I was willing to hold it for a few more days, I probably could have got a much larger reward, but at the same time, it may not be done with pulling back, it may come down, could have stopped me out before then continuing up again. Hence why I only was in the trade for a little bit of time. So yeah, my main sort of key points to take from this trade are that it was a really nice trade. We had really nice clean price action when we were in the trade, making higher highs and higher lows, which was really great. Obviously, the news did help propel the trade, but I was pretty confident that even without the effect of that news announcement, we still would have reached the take profit. So that's all I've really got to talk about for this trade. I'll pop it up onto the 15-minute chart just so you can see what it looked like in terms of the pullback. Up, high, low, and that's where we ended our trade and got in. And for the meantime, looks like the bullish momentum is continuing, potentially looking to come up and target these highs up here potentially, which as you can see would have given us a 1 to 22, which would have been great, but I've explained many times why I'm not staying in the trade. So yeah, that's all I've really got to go over. If you have any questions at all about anything that I've spoken about the trade or anything, then do pop a comment below. And if you found this video valuable, please drop it a like and drop it a subscribe, because I will keep on uploading my top-down analysis for some nice winning trades that I take. Thank you for watching.